Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, our group would like to present our project assignment, which is about leadership. And leadership is the state or position of being a leader that goes with or in of person or an animal to show the way or make them go to the right path or and direction. It says as process of social influence. Leadership is divided by two. First, Islamic leadership. Number two, Western leadership. In other words, we call as Western styles in leadership. Today, we would like to present about Islamic leadership by Tuan Guru Datuk Haji Nik Abdul Aziz bin Nikmat. We would like to know about him. How can he manage his leadership? What he do in leadership? What his activities and routine daily? As he also leader scholars that active in the political Malaysia.
About the backgrounds for Islamic scholar, which is about Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz bin Nikmat. He is an Islamic scholar and scholar that leading is about the political in Indonesia. He has been active almost 32 years, especially in his hometown in Kelantan Darul Naim. The approaches that Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz choose for his struggling about the preaching and politics. He also a scholar who sparked a new inspiration for the generation while leading Islamic struggle. Education begins in Islamic studies with his father, which is Tuan Guru Nikmat. In 6 years old, he began his formal education at Sekolah Kebangsaan Kedai Dalat, which is a knowledge that taught him the meaning of schooling. Upon graduation in 1941, Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz's father enrolled him to Pondok Tok Kenali in Kuban, Korean. This until in India and Egypt. There is several about the knowledge background between the educations, marriage about Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz. He also one of the leader parties Islam Malaysia. We know he is a person who live with the modesty and always help people in need. And one of shows best attitude about the leadership.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Farahani binti Sahrul 1181271. Today I want to talk about the leadership daily routine Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz. Okay. The firstly, every night studying Al-Quran and religions. At the night, Datuk Haji Nik Abdul Aziz and his siblings were required to study the Quranic religions on and for all. Secondly, education and studying religion is priority for him. A scholar is not only knowledgeable and extensive in various disciplines, he must practice his knowledge and be adorned in his character and speech. Thirdly, circumcision prayers, reciting prayers and holding lectures. He is known to have never left the prayers of superstition and other prayers. Before him sleep, he still maintains the practice of waking up at 4 a.m. Fourthly, always involve good activities. Tuan Guru Guru Nik Abdul Aziz involve activities at the mosque, surau, and madrasah, enhancing the spirituality of the people. Lastly, emphasizing good characteristics in his leadership. Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz is also a person who is being humble and speaks in a gentle tone. That's all for me. Thank you.
Which are the characteristics of Islamic leadership versus conventional leadership? Islamic leadership theory is founded by spiritual traits and practice. Leadership and subordinate have close relationship in obligation towards organizational performance. In Islamic perspective, the leaders need to have a good leadership qualities such as passion, sabru, conviction, yakin, knowledge, ilm, communication, fatona, enterprise, ikdam, and leniency, lim, in order to serve and guide their followers to achieve organizational goals. Next are conventional leadership. Most leadership developments, programs, and leadership strategies are designed to have the cognitive and behavioral of leaders, with the implicit assumption that this would ultimately translate into high performance. This is about characteristic of conventional leadership. First, characteristics are focused on the values, qualities, and behavioral. Secondly, are detached from market result. People are expected to achieve. Thirdly, most on the executive and seniors level. And lastly, are extra time to require to them to achieve their goals.
Okay, next, from the way of thinking, Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz. Okay, his way of thinking is very different with others, but in a great way. Okay, for example, I give is from economic aspect. For him, the economic resources is not limited and sufficient to all people in this earth, because he said God has provided this economic resources to the human, and human will manage it in properly to make sure there is no shortage in economic resources. But different with the thinking of Western economy, they say the economic resources is very limited. So we can see that the way of thinking Tuan Guru Nik Abdul Aziz is very different, but in a great way. He always refer to the what God say in the Quran. So the way of thinking is very important in a leadership. So we need to make sure to be a leader, we need to have a very professional way of thinking to make sure that our leadership in a great way.